What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be covering night one of WrestleMania 39 that happened last night, which was so goddamn good. Pure cinema, everything that you would want. I mean, as a Damage Control fan myself, probably not, but it was still like a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 easily last night. So many great moments, and we're just going to be covering all of those today. We're going to just start from the first match. Austin Theory versus John Cena for the United States Championship. And my thoughts generally on this were the match itself wasn't that bad, I guess. I was surprised that we didn't get one AA from John Cena. But Austin Theory hit the A-Town down and won the match. Thanks to a low blow, the ref got taken out. Theory tapped to the STF. And then one nut shot, and that's all she wrote. And Theory won, or retained rather, the U.S. title. Nothing really much to say. I was surprised because this was one of those matches I was most looking forward to. But, you know, the way the rest of the night went, I really don't care much at all. Next up, we have the men's fatal four-way. The Street Profits beating the Viking Raiders, Alpha Academy, and the Viking Raiders. To me, fantastic. Definitely a better overall match than Cena and Theory was. The right winners. Like I said in my predictions video, the Street Profits, I could definitely see winning. I mean, Team Bald was going to be a popular choice, but I didn't see Alpha Academy or Viking Raiders winning, and they didn't. But that suplex from the corner, from the top rope, was sick. Also, Ricochet, Chad Gable, Montez Ford, Angelo. I mean, you can pretty much point out everybody. They all killed it in this match. They absolutely killed it. I mean, it was fantastic to watch. Very satisfying. And the Street Profits winning is the right call. I really enjoyed that. And, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about that one. Fantastic. The first of many great moments we're gonna get into tonight. Also to note, Snoop Dogg and The Miz segments were fantastic. But, yeah. So let's get to the third match. Seth versus Logan Paul. Logan coming out with the Shawn Michaels-esque entrance. I liked it. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Logan, so they're going to hate on it. But personally, I thought Logan's entrance was cool. Seth Rollins' choir entrance was very cool as well. I think both of those guys' entrances were good. The match itself absolutely delivered. I wasn't expecting anything less from Seth and Logan. They were going to deliver the whole way through, and they did. But the biggest surprise wasn't even in the match itself. It was the Prime bottle, because Logan came out with a Prime bottle. KSI showed up, which personally I like. I don't mind KSI. I thought it was cool. I thought it was funny. I thought it was better than Jake Paul showing up. But yeah. But the craziest didn't stop there. Logan Paul went for a frog splash through the Spanish announce table to put Seth Rollins for the Spanish announce table, and accidentally frog splash KSI through the announce table. And after that, Seth ended up winning the match with a stomp. Great ending to that match. Seth was the obvious winner to go with, but Logan Paul, man, I really hope he signs that extension with WWE. He's such a great wrestler. And if he can improve on his mic work as well, the dude's going to go right to the top. And, yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Great to see Seth Rollins winning. Next up, we got a match that was very dear to me. Damage Control versus Trish, Becky, and Lita. I really enjoyed the match. I really enjoyed it. Me personally, I'm satisfied with the amount of offense they gave Dakota and Io in their first WrestleMania. First of all, shout out to Dakota Kai and Io Sky. First WrestleMania, and they killed it. They absolutely killed it. Dakota taking the bumps, Dakota getting enough offense in, Io getting to get hit her one of her best moonsaults. It all went right for me. Even though they lost, I wasn't expecting Damage Control to win. Now, I thought that Trish would turn heel, but the more I watched the match unfold, I was like, probably Damage Control ain't gonna win. But Dakota and Io, I know I'm gonna say this for like the millionth time. Um, they did perfect. Bayley did great too. We're not gonna get into when I think what's gonna happen with Damage Control next. We're gonna get into that with the Raw predictions on Monday. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll have an answer for what's next for Damage Control. But Lita and Trish Stratus did really well too. Lita did way better than she did on the tag team title match from Raw, where she did do a couple of botches, but Lita did much better tonight. And overall, I really enjoyed it. I thought the match was great. And even though they lost, Damage Control lost, I still have a lot of respect for Becky, Trish, and Lita. They are legends. They are some of the best we got in the company. And I have nothing but admiration for that 6-woman tag team match. Next up, Rey Dom. Rey Mysterio's entrance is one of the best WrestleMania entrances I've ever seen. Eddie Guerrero's music followed... Well, first of all, it came out with Snoop Dogg. But then to do Eddie Guerrero's music, then his normal theme song, Rey's gear last night, top of the notch again. Like, pretty much all of his WrestleMania gears are. Yeah. The match itself, also Dom coming out as in the correction facility van was so gold. But Rey winning was great. The match itself, awesome. And personally, Rey versus Dom was a banger. It was. Judgment Day tried to come out and help Rey win, but then the LWO, aka Legado del Fantasma, came out, and then Bad Bunny attacked Dom and helped Rey win to sort of even up the odds with the Judgment Day helping out Dom. But to me personally, great match, and probably we're going to see Bad Bunny. This is not the last time we're going to see Bad Bunny by any stretch. With Backlash in Puerto Rico next month, we're going to see a lot of Bad Bunny down the stretch. And I'm happy about that. I really am. I think he's just a phenomenal... He's one of the best celebrity wrestlers that we've had in a while, so I'm completely fine with that. Next up, we have a lot to talk about. Well, let's talk about Rhea and Charlotte real quick. Fantastic. It was the longest women's match in WrestleMania history at over 25 minutes, which they absolutely deserved. Also, the first all-female sort of featured match. Rhea and Charlotte, the competitors. Jessica Carr, the referee. And ring announcer Samantha Irvin. Absolutely great stuff there. There was a lot of nasty bumps. Like, I was a little nervous with so many bumps. Some of the top rope spots. When Rhea flipped Charlotte on her face, that was nerve-wracking. And Charlotte did hit her face, by the way. Her nose was sort of cut. And, but my goodness, Charlotte and Rhea delivered a main event-esque performance. I mean, obviously, it wasn't the main event, and I agree with it not being the main event. But Rhea and Charlotte killed it. Rhea winning was the right call. I think Rhea deserves a long title reign. She needs to hold the title for a long time. As for Charlotte, I'm guessing she'll take a break after this. Maybe. I don't know. I think it would be nice to keep Charlotte around. I don't know. Well, I'm not saying she's going to leave WWE. But Charlotte is going to maybe take a break. That's what I read, I guess. Take it with a grain of salt. But it'd be nice to keep Charlotte around and have her compete with some of the younger talent. But Rhea winning was great. And really the only right call there for that. Let's go to the main event now. Also, just to throw it in, Pat McAfee came back. Nice to see. Michael Cole was flipping out. Pat McAfee won his match with The Miz. I mean, I'm not gonna say it was boring, but I didn't really care for it. I like Pat. I just want to see him back in commentary mostly, man. But next up, we got the main event: Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens versus the Usos. One of the best tag team matches I've honestly ever seen. I mean, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens kicked out of everything the Usos. The Usos went through their entire moveset and literally couldn't put Sami or KO away. That was brilliant. The crowd was into it. I mean, why wouldn't you be into something like this? And me, personally, this was the best moment of the night by a long stretch. It was. It was absolutely awesome. Sami and KO winning got me emotional. I was tearing up because, you know, this is the first time that Sami and KO won tag team gold together. Long overdue, might I might add. But they also end the Usos' long tag team title reign, which I mean, it was only right. I mean, you gotta have the perfect tag team to break up the Usos' tag team title reign. And Sami and KO were legitimately that. So it was great to see them win. The ending to WrestleMania was great. Night 1 was fantastic. I mean, there's nothing really else to say. Absolutely fantastic. Can't wait for night 2. And, I mean, nothing else to say. I'm speechless. Triple H killed it tonight. And I'm sure that Papa H is going to kill it for night 2 as well. So without that being said, hope you all enjoy the rest of... hope you guys enjoy night 2. And I'll be back later today for my night 2 predictions.